in the CDC around marijuana. And the point that Barbara Lee, here, she was the first one out of the block speaking on our side of the issue in that debate. And I want to be very candid, there was some resistance to this. But when Barbara Lee put it down hard and just said, look, this is not an issue about, like, I'm pro-marijuana. I've never drank alcohol in my life, not to mention use cannabis. Because for me, it's not about that. It is about justice. It is about equality. It is about opportunity, which I'm going to get to in a second. And we decided after this robust debate that we weren't saying everybody go out there and use marijuana. We were simply saying on the federal level, we should deschedule marijuana and allow the states to make their own decisions. And I'm so proud that the CBC won debate. It wasn't a little drawn out. And we came back with a set of principles that I'm very proud of. And if anybody wants to say thank you, because this is not an issue that's fully accepted in our communities, either in African American communities, please give her another round of applause. And I want to say, look, when I sat down to write the marijuana justice law, I sat down to write it because I was angry. And I was angry because I saw all of the nation moving towards marijuana legalization for adult use, and moving towards medical marijuana, of which I have legislation on. But my anger about this is that no one seems to be giving any attention to the devastating damage prohibition has done to poor communities throughout America and communities of color in particular. It has devastated communities. You have people who are serving lifetime sentences for doing things that 2 of the last 3 presidents admitted to doing. You have the hypocrisy in this body, the Congress of the United States of America, that there's a whole lot of Congress people who have used marijuana, I dare say senators as well, but yet they are blocking changes in laws that are persecuting Americans. And some people say, Cory, you said lifetime sentence. Who gets a lifetime sentence? Nobody's being arrested for marijuana. Well, first of all, 2016 data, there were more people arrested for marijuana crimes than violent crimes in America. And then when you get arrested, even if you serve no jail time, it is a lifetime sentence. How? Well, if you're from Florida, you lose your right to vote for life. Can't get a Pell Grant. Business licenses. You can't get a job at a Burger King or a fast food joint in Newark. It is a lifetime sentence. And knowing that these laws have been applied in different areas differently, there is nobody, I went to Stanford, a whole lot of drug use going on. Nobody's stopping and frisking people coming home from parties. So if you have presidents admitting in their books, like President Obama did, not just marijuana, felony drug use, and you have people that already have de facto legalized marijuana because nobody's being arrested in many of our privileged communities, like the one I grew up in. But yet you have communities of color and poor communities, African Americans in this country, 3.7 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana use, even there's no difference in usage in the United States of America. And so this is not about, hey, go out and smoke pot. This is a justice issue. This is an equality issue. This is crazy that we have around drug laws. Brian Stevenson's right. The nation treats you better if you're rich and guilty than poor and innocent. And so this legislation that's already been outlined by Congresswoman Lee is about restorative justice. Because prohibition has been devastating to the United States of America. Devastating. And nonsensical. By this being a Schedule I drug on the same level as harsh barbiturates and other things, we can't even study the drug adequately. To have children who fall into seizures with Dravet syndrome, and the parents who try to get their kids, the only drug that seems to help, veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder who can't get from the VA the only medicine that works. I have doctors writing me letters saying that marijuana is not an on-ramp drug, it's an off-ramp drug because people with opioids find the drug helpful in getting off opioid addiction. But yet in this country we're criminalizing those parents trying to help their children. We're criminalizing veterans who are disproportionately represented in our criminal justice system. And now let me get the last anger off my mind. I'm sorry if I'm getting a little upset. I don't mean the last piece of anger. The last piece of anger I want to tell you that our bill does not cover. The last bit of anger here, I have to say, and you all need to help me with this. If you're going to help me with anything, post about this. Put this up on social media. Get this chip off your shoulder, please. That now that some states are rushing to legalize, that you have all these people that were in the marijuana business before it was legal, that suddenly are being excluded from the economic opportunities that are being created now that the business is legalized. You have folk with all this capital who are rushing in, and small entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, minority entrepreneurs, are not getting opportunities at the businesses being created. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry that's coming. And if it's suddenly dominated by pharmaceutical industries or dominated by big banks, big investment firms, and people that don't look like this panel of women entrepreneurs and minority entrepreneurs don't get an opportunity, or the guy with a nonviolent marijuana possession charge can't even get a job, that's not justice either. We need to be proactive. If you're going to set up marijuana dispensaries in communities of color or urban communities, the community should be benefiting from it in economic opportunities, jobs, and ownership opportunities. I am really worried about our country as we rush towards legalization, that we are losing this understanding of restorative justice and an opportunity to create economic empowerment in communities that have been economically devastated by the drug war. Because when you focus a drug war in a certain community, you take away that community's economic power. When somebody has just an arrest on their life, their lifetime earnings go down. Conviction for possession of marijuana, your lifetime earnings go down. And so I'm excited about this panel. I'm excited about the activism around there, and I am in this fight. I am in this fight for justice, for the veteran, for the poor folks, for the children suffering from illnesses, for the communities that have been devastated like the one in which I live in the Central Ward of Newark, New Jersey. So thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you all for being here. And I'll tell you right now, I talked about this issue in another panel that was packed, standing room only. This is perhaps one of the most important discussions that's being had at this entire conference because it affects every area of our country. It affects our economy. It affects our health and well-being. It affects our children. It may seem like, oh, Cory, this is just about marijuana. No, it's not. It's about justice, justice, justice. And if we have our way, justice will roll down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. Thank you.